It was a good performance, I thought, for the most part. Definitely in the first half, I think it was the best performance we've seen under the manager.
Yeah, I thought it was the best game by far. And yeah, he really is getting a grip on this team. I mean, we're pretty much through. I think after today, I would say 70-80% we're in. So rest of the series of the games, I think we can take it easy and hopefully rest Sonny in March too, because we have games coming in March as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I mean, it's just a confident performance all round. I thought the way that they were moving the ball and how aggressive they were and winning it back high up the pitch as well. It's just exactly what you want to see from your team. And, we didn't create as many chances as we want because of the way how low that the Kuwaitis were sitting. But it was good to see. I mean, it was a bit of a disappointing drop-off in the second half at the start and an unbelievable wonder goal that Kuwait scored. But I thought once the players came on, Beijing Ho was brilliant. And once the players came on, you saw that intensity step up again, didn't you?
Yeah, that goal, I thought that was Italy for a second. They're in blue. They got the Adidas and everything. So let me translate that quickly. So 여러분, 배는 좀 전반에는 좋았고 후반에는 좀 에너지가 떨어져서 걱정이 됐었는데 전체적으로는 홍명보 감독이 너무 잘하고 있고 이제 앞으로 남은 제가 말한 거는 앞으로 월드컵 진출이 거의 확정적이라서 앞으로 좀 쉬었으면 좋겠고 손흥민 선수도 3월에 또 경기가 있는데 그때는 안 오면 좋겠다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그래서 저는 이탈리아인 줄 알았어요. 이 옷이 파란색이기도 하고 아디다스를 입고 싶어서. 네, 그리고 여러분 질문 있으시면 남겨주시면 얘기하겠습니다. What did you boys think about Bae Jun-ho? That third goal was very important, right?
Look, when he came on, we were clear. I think had just gone 2-1, and we were struggling a bit to really just see out the game. I think Kuwait weren't offering much, but they got that goal out of nothing, and we just needed that extra bit of energy. And I think Bae Jun-ho really did that. I think down the left-hand side, he had a bit more energy and a bit more exuberance than maybe Son had in that second half. I think Son was slowing down a bit in that second half, and I think he was threatening whenever he got the ball. He was exciting, and obviously the goal was quality and a lovely pass from Heung-min, who had a brilliant game, I thought, and did really well to sidestep the defender and just coolly slot it into the near post. And he's on a bit of a roll for South Korea at the moment, whether starting or coming off the bench. He seems to be getting a goal contribution whenever he's coming onto the pitch. So really, really impressive. And he looks like he's gaining more and more confidence in the national team. And it's showing that Korea now are getting a bit more depth in this squad now than maybe when you look at the Asia Cup. Maybe they didn't use their depth too much and, relying very much on Son. But the new manager is definitely getting to grips with this squad at the moment, it seems. And the football seems to be getting better. I know it's Kuwait, so we expected to win anyway. But I think hopefully starting to use the depth of the squad a bit more. And Bae Jun-ho is definitely reaping the benefits of that, I would say.
Yeah, so let me translate that. 그래서 배준호 선수가 중요한 세 번째 골을 넣었는데 오늘 어떻게 생각하냐고 물어봤거든요. 배는 예전부터 배준호 선수가 토트넘에 와야 된다 이렇게 얘기를 하고 너무 좋아하는 선수인데 심도 오늘 말하는 게 중요한 세 번째 골을 넣었고 에너지를 이렇게 주면서 팀이 좀 부족할 때 들어와서 경기를 좀 바꿔준 배준호 선수의 활약을 굉장히 좋게 봤고 여기 엘리님이 품모 MOM 황인범 선수라고 하셨는데 심도 지금 말한 게 황인범 선수가 너무 좋은 경기를 했다고 이어시를 했으니까 그리고 아시안컵에서는 손흥민 선수에게 의존을 많이 했는데 이번에는 이제 여러 선수들을 다 같이 쓰면서 뎁스가 좋아졌다 이렇게 얘기를 했습니다. Yeah, and I thought it was good the way he took off Son Heung-min at the 63rd minute. And especially after both managers, Tottenham and Korea, both managers saying we have to manage Son. So I guess that's a good thing. That's only a good thing. We got one more game, Palestine, but in Jordan. So it's not too far away. Still a away game there. Then fly back to London. Then we got Saturday game, not Sunday this time. So that was positive, I thought. What did you think about Sonny's performance today?
Yeah, I think Sonny played a really pivotal role in the first half. He was in and amongst it. He was involved in some really nice passages of play in terms of pass and move. He was giving his fullback a lot of things to think about. Won the penalty, dispatched a penalty. I thought he played really well in the first half. Second half, I felt like he wasn't getting involved enough. Not just him, but I felt there was a big drop off, and I felt like when we took him off, it was much needed. And I thought it was very good of the manager because he took him off just after Kuwait scored the goal. So it was a good excuse for him to keep him on the pitch. But they really are managing him. They really are showing that they care a lot about his health. So it's really good to see.
예, 그래서 홍명보 감독이 오늘은 잘했고 손흥민 선수를 빨리 비교적 빨리 60분에 교체한 거에 대해서 물어봤는데 63분에 쿠웨이트가 득점을 해서 벤 말은 쿠웨이트가 득점을 했기 때문에 손흥민 선수를 계속 뛰게 해도 아무도 뭐라고 안 할 거였는데 과감하게 그대로 생각한 대로 교체를 하면서 손흥민 선수에게 휴식을 줬고 제가 말했던 거는 이제 포스테코글루 감독이랑 홍명보 감독이랑 같이 이제 둘 다 손흥민 선수의 출전 시간을 관리해야 된다고 말했는데 그 점이 오늘 잘 지켜져서 이제 돌아가서 맨시티전도 있는데 그 점이 좋았다고 얘기를 했고요. And also for use of Son too, right? Because I think we've been seeing him hugging the touchline. We've been saying so many times on our channels saying that's not the most effective. Just looking at him, right? When we look at the team game, but in Korea, you rely on him more. He is the finisher. He is closer to the goal, a little bit closer to the center, almost like how Mourinho Conte was using him. So what did you guys think about that? I personally think he is more effective that way. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, obviously for the penalty, he was very central. It was actually really beautiful football for that penalty and really quick interchange. And Son obviously burst through and was about to score before it. I actually thought he did his best work like in the penalty area, but like just to the left of the penalty area where he was linking up with either an overlapping fullback or a defender. Because the amount of times they use those overlaps either to get in behind or Sonny could cut inside and do the work centrally was that's where a lot of Korea's best work came from. And we created, I think Lee Jae-sung hit the bar from that moment. Lee Kang-in had a chance in the 6-yard box, which he should have scored right at the beginning of the second half, again from that kind of interchange as well. So I do think that was a really effective. I actually thought Son for a lot of this game was quite far out wide, but I think he did his best work when he was a bit more central, a bit more in the near the penalty area. And I think his link-up play on the left-hand side was probably Korea's best avenue to goal in this game, I thought.
Yeah, that's a great point. So let me translate that. 그래서 제가 물어본 거는 손흥민 선수가 토트넘에서는 포스테코글루 감독이 터치라인에서만 쓰는데 왼쪽에 너무 벌려서 쓰는데 좀 미끼 형식으로 쓰죠. 좀 벌리고 안 그런 경기도 있지만 그랬는데 오늘은 이제 조금 더 가운데서 뛰었고 조금 더 위에서 뛰었고 그랬는데 그거에 대해서 어떻게 생각하는지 물어봤는데 심도 저와 같은 생각이고 오늘 왼쪽에 있는 경우도 많았지만 좋은 장면들은 다 손흥민 선수가 중앙으로 들어왔을 때 좋은 장면들이 나왔다고 했고 거기서 이제 이강인 선수의 좋은 찬스 그리고 이재성 선수가 골대를 때리는 장면 그런 좋은 장면들도 손흥민 선수가 가운데로 들어올 때 많이 나왔고 페널티를 직접 얻고 차는 과정에서도 그랬고요. 그래서 저랑 비슷한 생각인 것 같습니다. Yeah, a lot of fans were asking about Yang Min-hyuk and now on our channel we delivered the news a couple weeks ago, but finally came out today everywhere that Yang Min-hyuk's going to be joining in mid-December. So that is exciting. I think he is learning English. That's what I'm hearing. He's getting tutors, so hopefully that's going well. I think it'll be the matter of adapting to the league, to the country, to food, culture, everything. But as we said many times, Sonny's there. So what's your prediction? Do you think he will get a chance? Do you think he'll go out on loan straight away? What do you think?
I think, it's going to be a difficult one because the Korean League and the Premier League are just levels apart in terms of what they show on a weekly basis with the players that they have in each of the leagues. So it's going to take a big adjustment period for him to come in and make an impact straight away. So I'm not sure if he's going to go out on loan, but I think he'll stay in and around the first team squad. maybe get some minutes in the early stages of the cup, see how he does. It's going to be hard for any of us to say what he's going to do because we don't watch him on a weekly basis, and even if we did watch him on a weekly basis, the competition is going to be completely different to what the K-League and the Premier League is. So it's hard to make a real prediction, but I would say that I don't think he's going to go out on loan. I think he'll stay in and around the team and just get minutes here and there. And if he impresses, he'll start to get more minutes. But I think where you'll see him make a real impact is probably in the years to come. I don't think you're going to see him make a real impact straight from the off.
그래서 벤 말은 양민혁 선수가 제가 물어본 거는 양민혁 선수가 지금 영어 과외도 하고 있다 그러고 열심히 준비를 하고 있고 12월 중순에 일찍 간다고 이제 얘기가 나왔는데 이제 벤 말도 리그 레벨이 K리그랑 프리미어리그랑 너무 달라서 엄청나게 큰 챌린지가 될 거지만 우리가 아직 알 수는 없다. 이 선수가 뭐 너무 잘한다고 확신할 수도 없고 너무 못할 거라고 확신할 수도 없기 때문에 와서 기회를 줘야 되고 어떻게 하는지 봐야 되고 벤 개인적인 생각으로는 론을 가는 것보다 임대를 가는 것보다 기회는 얻을 것 같다. 그리고 이건 제 개인적인 생각은 1월 달에 항상 이제 FA컵 3라운드부터 시작을 하는데 FA컵에서는 보통 하브리그 팀이랑 붙기 때문에 기회가 분명히 한두 번은 오지 않을까 생각을 합니다. 유로파 리그도 남아 있고요. So, I mean, that's the big points that I have here. I'll just keep looking out for comments in the questions in the comments, but is there anything you guys want to talk about?
In terms of Yang Min-jae as well, what's quite interesting is I thought, obviously, when we saw him in the summer, he was playing left wing, and I thought that was his position. But what I've looked into, he does play actually predominantly more on the right for his club. And Brennan Johnson, obviously, at the moment, is only our kind of natural right winger we kind of have at the club. So, you know, in terms of if we're bringing in a player, which we need cover for, I think right wing is probably one of the positions. So if he does kind of surprise a few people and shows he can make an impact, there is a place for him in the squad there if he steps it up early on.
Yeah, that's a great point because Werner, you know, as much as we want to see him go, but I just don't see him going in January. I don't think we'll do that. Odebear, you can argue he can play both sides. But Mikey Moore on the left side, Sonny on the left side. So that's spot on. So I think Yang, from what I've seen, and maybe if there are Kangwon FC fans in the chat, they can let me know. But from what I've seen, he does play on the right side more. For the team, he did play on the right side more. Every time I look at their starting lineup, I don't watch the whole game, but every time he is on the right side. So I think it is good for us. I'm not sure if he's up to that level, but he could have something that Johnson does not have. Because to me, Johnson's problem is he is too predictable. He will get goals. People say he gets goals. Why do you complain about him? But you know, he gets there in the back post. But if you watch him play, general play, it is very predictable. And if oppositions watch the film, and they can predict what he's going to do. When he cuts to the left, he is not going to take a shot. He slows down. When he goes right, you know he's going in straight line. So to me, and him and Poro just not linking up well this year. So I think Yang Min-jae, we've got something. To me, it's like a lottery ticket. We'll see what happens. If it works out, great. He can maybe compete with Johnson. Even if he doesn't, then he can still play in cups. Let me translate that quickly. 그래서 왼쪽은 이제 베르너랑 무어 선수가 있는데 손흥민 선수도 있고 우측은 이제 양민혁 선수가 이제 제가 말하는 거는 양민혁 선수가 좀 존슨과 다른 걸 지원해 줄 수 있다. 존슨 선수는 너무 좀 예상하기도 쉽고 직선적인 선수이기 때문에 왼쪽으로 컷인도 못하고 근데 뭐 채팅에 지금 강원FC 팬분들이 있으면 말씀해 주실 수 있을 것 같은데 쌤이 봤을 때는 양민혁 선수가 계속 왼쪽에서 뛰었는데 저 프로필상에는 왼쪽인데 왜 오른쪽으로 나오냐. 그래서 제가 이제 저는 볼 때마다 우측에서 뛰었다라고 말했고요. And Sim, the way his profile says left wing, I think it's just because we don't have anything to go off of. He's 18. This is his first year, full season in the K-League, first professional year. So there isn't anything to go by. I think next year his profile will change to the right wing most likely. It all depends on where he plays at Spurs, but right now his profile should be right wing.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about Beijing Ho because he's a player that I just love watching every time he steps foot on the pitch for Korea. He's having obviously a good season for Stoke so far. I think surely it's something that Spurs should be looking at with Sonny only. We're looking like we're triggering that 1 year. I feel like he's a player that can come in and make an impact a lot quicker than someone like Yang Min-hyuk. So surely Spurs should be looking at him.
Yeah, 그래서 벤 얘기는 배준호 선수가 양민혁 선수도 물론 좋지만 배준호 선수는 이미 증명이 된 선수니까 어떻게 생각하냐고 그러는데, yeah, he's proven, right? He's ready, and people, English fans, Korean fans joke about you gotta prove yourself, cold rainy night at Stoke, Messi, come prove things at Stoke. Oh, my light just went off, but yeah, but he's proven in the English league, physical league. He's short, Bae-jun-ho, but it doesn't matter. He can still play. So he's durable. He's short but quick, very quick, and his feet, that composure for the third goal, that's very good composure. And also his playmaking too. At Stoke, he got a bunch of assists last year, Player of the Year. I don't think this guy has anything to prove. When players show that kind of level, that kind of quality in the championship, they're going to work. Maybe not at Liverpool, maybe not at City, but I just know, we football fans know when you watch him, he can play at least like mid-table, mid to top tier. So I just know his transfer is coming. I just don't know when and where, and I hope it's us.
Yeah, I really hope so as well. Because like I said, I just enjoy watching him play. He's just a player that kind of gets you off your seat and you just really want to he just attacks his fullback relentlessly, and he's got such great footwork as well with the ball at his feet. So I think he's someone that Spurs should 100% be looking at this summer, because I think you can get him probably at a really good price as well. He signed 2 years ago for, I think, 2 million or something. Test the waters, put in a 10-15 million bid. I think it's right up Levy Street.
Yeah, so Levy is very big in Korea right now, so I'll translate that. 그래서 토트넘이 영입을 해야 된다고 배준호 선수가 2년 전에 200만 파운드인가 그랬는데, 계약금도 지금 벤이 레비에 굉장히 화가 많이 나 있어요. 그래서 레비가 좋아하는 유형의 선수다. 싸게 사서 비싸게 팔 수도 있고, 그렇게 비싼 선수도 아닌데 지금 레비 뭐 하고 있냐, 레비 일해라, 이렇게 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 네, 여러분 또 질문 있으시면 많이 남겨주시면 감사하겠습니다. Yeah, so I translated that. Let me know if you guys have anything else. But yeah, overall the team was good, performance was good. Looking forward to the
what a performance from him, and he's really looks like what I've been saying for Heung-min a lot. Since I've started really following Korea, he never seems to have a bad game. He's always quite consistent, and he seems to have this newfound confidence now. He's moved over to Feyenoord. He's having more of an effect in the final third. The 2 assists today, brilliant assists for O and for Beijing Ho as well. Lovely cross for the header, and a lovely through ball for Beijing Ho in that second half. And he's someone who, a lot of people have praised for his passing ability in Europe at the moment. I think the manager of Feyenoord said he's one of the best players in the team, and he's really been surprised about his quality and how good he is. And I don't know how old he is now, Beijing Ho, but he is Heung-min, but he's someone who's been in Europe for a while, and
28.
He's 28 now. Look, I think he's having a great season at the moment for Feyenoord, and I think he deserves a lot of praise because 2 brilliant assists today.
Heung-min over Johnny Cardozo, bring him in.
그래서 저 심은 황인범 선수에 꽂혀가지고 지금 벤은 농담으로 지금 우리가 옵션 가지고 있는 레알 베티스의 조니 칼도스 선수 말고 황인범을 데리고 오자고. I think he's fantastic. I think his adjustment to the Dutch league, because to the Dutch league from Red Star, that's another step up. So he is proving anywhere he goes, he can play. And number 6, I think, if he was a winger, attacker, maybe more of a concern, can he make it in the Premier League? But number 6, the way he plays, and the World Cup games he played against Uruguay, Ghana, and Portugal, even Brazil. Brazil, we got killed, but he is a good player. He's a solid player. like you said, Sim, manager really likes him. I think 8 games, 2 goal, 1 assist. So playing as a number 6. So I mean, to me, I see Bissouma play, I see Bentancur play, I see Hwang In-beom play. I mean, I don't see Hwang In-beom I don't see him any as less of a player at all. So Hwang In-beom got the composure, got the passes. So yeah, I can only say good things. So 황인범 선수 정말 잘하는 것 같고 8경기 2골 1어시로 알고 있는데 페노르트 리그에서 이제 LADBG에서 그래서 황인범 선수가 정말 기대가 되는 거고 지금 벤이랑 쌤이 한 명씩 꽂혔어요. 지금 벤은 배준호에 꽂히고 쌤은 황인범에 꽂히고 네. 예상외로 강인이는 안 찾는다고 진원님 한번 물어보겠습니다. What do you think about 이강인? Because he's like second top goal scorer, third top goal scorer in Ligue 1. He's playing great. He starts. He plays most of the most of the important games at PSG. Today, I thought he didn't show as much. He had a couple of chances. His bread and butter is free kick, but nothing really testing the keeper. So, what did you guys think about him?
Yeah, I thought it wasn't his strongest display by any stretch of the imagination, but I still think he offered some good things within the game. Again, like his close control is like one of the best I've seen. I think it's absolutely brilliant. The one gripe I have with Kang-in though is the one game I really wanted him to show up against Arsenal. Unfortunately, he didn't have such a great game, but I think he's been brilliant throughout this whole season. Every time I've seen him play for PSG, he's been one of their star players. So it's a massive credit to him and the step up he's made to be, a star player at the best team in France.
Yeah. 그 이강인 선수가 아스날전에 잘하길 바랬는데 그거를 벤이랑 저랑 이렇게 문자하면서 같이 보고 있었거든요. 근데 그 챔피언스리그에서 아스날전에서 잘하길 바랬는데 딱 마침 그 경기에서 이강인 선수가 잘 안 보여서 근데 이강인 선수뿐만 아니라 그 경기는 PSG가 다 못했죠. 그리고 이강인 선수 너무 잘하고 스타 플레이어고 또 한 단계 올 시즌에 이적하면서 이제 작년에 이적하면서 또 올 시즌에 한 번 더 스텝업을 했기 때문에 이강인 선수 너무 좋은 선수라고 합니다. Yeah, so that's it. I think that's it about Kang-in and questions in the chat, unless you guys have anything else to talk about.
No, I think that's it. I just want to say thank you, David, for all the work that you do. Thank you to everyone in the chat as well. Been a good stream. Really enjoyed it. Definitely the Korea game I've enjoyed the most over the recent few international breaks. Go on, David.
One last question from the chat. 그 천혜영님 질문 한번 해볼게요. 마지막으로 질문 있으시면 지금 써주세요. 마지막으로 해볼게요. 김민재에 대해서 어떻게 생각하는지. What do you think about Kim's performance today and Kim Min-jae in general? I know you guys love him, but and you know what? Because I followed Bayern because of him, and last year he was up and down. This year, company really likes him, and in the beginning of the season, to be honest, he was getting caught. Just coming out too much, and that's his game. And when he does that, when he misses the ball, then it's a crucial mistake, right? But that's his game. He's not going to change that, and you just need somebody else to stay back and make it more calm. But I think from October time, I think it's been a month or so, he's been really good. He's been German media, they've been pretty harsh to him in terms of player ratings and all that comments, but lately he's been getting top ratings. It's always him and Kane, like him and Kane just killing it at Bayern. So what do you guys think about him today and this season?
Today he was great, I thought. I mean, it was not the hardest game for him, let's be honest. And obviously the Kuwait striker did kind of run off the back of him for the goal, but you got to say it's a brilliant goal. You got to give him a lot of credit for that because I don't think he expected that. But I thought by and large, whenever Kuwait went forward and whenever he was in a one-on-one duel or whatever, he had to mop something up, sweeping around the back, he was there to do it. And I think he was a big part of the reason why Korea was so dominant, because whenever they went long or whenever they went in behind, he was just there to sweep up every single time. So I did think in general, very strong performance from Kim Min-jae today. And I think this season, Kompany's looking like he's found his confidence back this season. Last season, Tuchel was picking Eric Dyer ahead of him. And when you're Kim Min-jae and you've just won the Serie A, and all of a sudden you got a big move to Bayern and Eric Dyer is playing in front of you. That's got to be a bit of a kick in the teeth. But I think Kompany's come in, he's reinvigorated him, he's given him that confidence where he can now feel like he can dominate strikers again, and he's playing at a new level, I feel.
Yeah, and I also feel like the tactics of Thomas Tuchel probably didn't flatter Kim Min-jae. I think he needs to be on the front foot, and I think Kompany's tactics are a lot better for him. And also, you've got Kompany as a manager who was a top defender himself, so it's a good role model for him as well to have. So I think it's been a good managerial change for him, and I think he's reaping the benefits.
그래서 심이 얘기하는 거는 김민재 선수 오늘 너무 잘했고 골 장면에서는 쿠웨이트 선수가 너무 잘했기 때문에 그거는 아무것도 할 수가 없었고 대신 다른 상황에서 오늘 전체적으로 경기에서 너무 잘했다 김민재 선수 그리고 리그에서도 너무 잘하고 있고 댄이 얘기하는 거는 이제 콤파니 감독이랑 더 투엘 감독보다 더 잘 맞는 것 같고 콤파니 감독도 자신이 수비수였으니까 좋은 롤모델 아래서 은사님이죠 이제 스승님한테 배우면서 너무 잘하고 있다고 합니다. 그리고 짧게 한번 질문 가볼게요. So quick fire questions maybe. 황인범, if he comes to the Premier League, what club do you see him fitting in well at?
I could actually see him doing really well at like a Brighton, someone like that.
Brighton's a good shout. Maybe a Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I think
Brentford
those kind
maybe
of clever
like
clubs. Brentford. Yeah, that kind of club.
Yeah,
All the bees.
그래서 어떤 팀 황인범 선수 어떤 팀 어울리냐고 도라도리님이 말씀해 주셨는데 제가 물어보니까 브라이튼 그리고 심은 본머스 저는 브렌트포드 이렇게 다 B팀들 다 그런 팀들 중위권 팀들 지금 잘하고 있는 팀들을 얘기를 했습니다. 그리고 또 뭐 해주셨는데 네 라나님이 심배는 오롯이 축구밖에 안 보나요? 다른 취미는 없는지. So Lana asking, do you guys have any other hobbies like things you enjoy, or do you only watch football?
I watch a lot of football, but I watch a lot of TV, a lot of movies. I like TV and movies for sure. I've seen a lot of Korean movies as well, for sure as well. I'm actually a big fan of Korean cinema, which I love. I've seen a lot of Korean films, so I definitely watch TV and film. That's a big hobby of mine.
What was it, Sim? What were the Korean movies that you told me?
There's Old Boy I've seen. There's Train to Busan. The one I watched recently, one of my favorite ones was Memories of a Murder. Oh my God, what a film that is! One of my favorite films that is Memories of a Murder. That is actually one of the best detective films I think I've ever seen, in my opinion.
Squid Games 2 coming out
Squid
too.
Games, I've seen the season 1. Yeah, I've seen that. There's quite a few. The Maiden, I think it's called, The Handmaiden. I've seen that one as well. I've seen quite a few Korean films.
David, I watched a film the other day called The Roundup.
The Roundup, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, there's a series of The Roundup, and glad you liked it, Sammy. Glad you liked it.
I think Korean films are some of the best I've ever seen. Old Boy and Memories of a Murder, two of the best I've ever seen, I think.
Let me translate that and then go to Ben. So, 심은 한국 이제 TV랑 영화 보는 거를 좋아한다고 하는데요, 라나님. 근데 한국 영화를 좋아해요. 그래서 올드보이도 예전에 인상 깊게 봤고, 부산행도 봤고, 살인의 추억을 봤는데, 살인의 추억에 정말 빠졌다고 합니다. 제일 자기가 감명 깊게 본 그런 형사물 영화라고 해요. 그래서 살인의 추억을 굉장히 인상 깊게 봤고 다른 한국 영화들도 올드보이, 부산행 이런 것도 재밌게 봤다 하고 세미는 이제 그 마동석님 나오는 영화 뭐죠? 한국말로 라운드업인데 그 마동석님 맨날 그 주먹 그거 뭐죠? 예, 기생충도 당연히 있고 당연히 봤을 거고. And you watched the Parasite, right?
Parasite, yeah, I saw Parasite. I saw that in cinema. That's also a brilliant
The
film,
Oscars?
of course.
Yep.
Yeah, the one that won the Oscar. Of course, I saw that.
Yeah.
I've seen a few. I've seen quite a few.
Yeah.
My younger brother Dan, he wants to be a film director. He's got a big passion for Korean cinema, so he shows me a lot of these films. He thinks Korean cinema is, very is on a good level, like a very good level, and he always recommends me films from there.
네, 범죄도시. 그리고 심 동생이 또 영화 디렉팅 쪽을 하고 싶어 하는데, 이제 그런 쪽에서 이제 한국 영화를 너무 좋아하고, 그거를 심한테 많이 보여준다고 하네요. And Ben, what about you? Other than, when you have free time these days?
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of music. I go see a lot of live music, or I say I used to go and see a lot of live music, but yeah, rock and roll. I like all kinds of different genres, but what I like to go and see most is probably like Britpop, rock. Haven't gone to see much K-pop. The only K-pop I've seen is probably which game did the K-pop band play at? Against Bayern Munich. Yeah, that's the only K-pop I've.
The New
New
Jeans.
Jeans. That's the only K-pop I've seen. But no,
I'm
very
ahead.
much into my music. But right now, the only hobbies I have is my wife and my son.
Their hobbies, are they?
Respect, Ben, respect. So let me translate that. And that was New Jeans. I have some clips I can release of Sammy singing at the stadium. The New Jeans and just
Release
like
the
going
clips.
crazy at New
Release
Jeans.
the clips.
Release, watch this space. 그래서 제가 뭔 말했냐면 벤은 이제 음악을 좋아한다. 콘서트 가는 것도 좋아하고 브릿팝 장르를 좋아한다고 하고 이제 옛날에는 그렇게 음악 보는 걸 좋아했는데 이제는 아기가 태어나고 이제 아내랑 아이에 집중하고 있어서 정말 그렇게 가족의 시간을 많이 쓰고 있다고 하고 이제 벤이 본 거는 저희가 한국에 프리시즌 갔을 때 뉴진스가 공연을 했는데 그때 이제 뉴진스를 열심히 봤다고 하고 저는 이제 세미랑 옆에 앉았는데 세미가 열심히 또 따라 부르는 모습을 봤기 때문에 영상도 있어서 저희 인스타그램에 한번 올리든지 한번 해보겠습니다. And Ellie was asking, can we beat Man United, coached by Amorim? Obviously, manager bounce. I mean, it'll have been a month, but I'm not sure what kind of shape the back five, back three, dynamic football, very front foot. So I think it'll be a tough game. I will be there with you guys, but it should be a big game. And fans are very, I mean, same in England, I'm sure, but fans just want a trophy, right? This game, if we win this game, we get 2-game tie, and then it's the final. So do you guys think we can beat United with new manager?
I mean, we can, but we have struggled against back five so far this season, which is not a good sign. You know, Palace and Ipswich both played a back five, and obviously we lost both of those games. So that is something we're going to have to work out how to deal with before we play Man United. And as you say, given the fact they're going to have a new manager, they're going to have a new setup, they're going to have reinvigorated players. It's not going to be like the game at Old Trafford, put it that way. I think it's going to be a lot tougher. But I'm hoping by that time we figured out a few of the issues we've been having recently, and we, you know, obviously we beat Man City in the last round, and you know, we'll have to wait and see how seriously Man United take it, because Amorim obviously has got a big job to climb the league at the moment. But it's going to be
a back five as well.
Brentford played I think against us they didn't actually.
Oh, they didn't?
Against us they played a back four. But yeah, I think it's going to be a difficult game. For sure, but there's no reason why we can't win. But the problem is with Man United, it's just we don't know what we're going to get at the moment with them, because everything's so new.
But I feel like at home, I think we are a match on our day for anyone. Obviously, Ipswich is the exception to the rule so far this season on that one. So if Spurs turn up and we show what we're really about, and we play our football, and all the players play for the badge on the day, then I'm confident that we can win.
그래서 심은 이제 우리가 팰리스나 입스위치 같은 5백을 쓰는 팀한테 졌기 때문에 그게 조금 걱정이 된다. 왜냐하면 아모림도 이제 5백을 쓰는 걸로 알려져 있고 맨유에서도 분명히 그렇게 색깔이 입힐 거기 때문에 하지만 심 생각은 우리가 이길 수 있다. 하지만 맨유는 어떻게 나올지 모르기 때문에 지금 이 상황에서는 단언할 수 있는 게 없다. 맨유가 이제 새로운 감독 아래서 몇 경기 하는 거 보면 알 수 있을 것 같고요. 제 생각은 이제 감독이 바뀌면 또 바로 이렇게 매니저 바운스라고 잘하는 잠깐의 기간이 있기 때문에 그것도 봐야 될 것 같고, 벤 생각은 홈에서 우리가 너무 잘하기 때문에 입스위치한테는 홈에서 졌지만 그 외에는 홈에서 정말 강하기 때문에 열심히 하면 이길 수 있을 거라고 생각한다고 합니다. 네, 또 질문 있으시면 남겨주세요. 북런던 더비 중에 어떤 골이 기억나는지요? 손세븐님. 그리고 3년 전 손 감차 어떻게 생각하는지요? 소니 골 중엔 제겐 1등이거든요. 그러면 소니 골 중에 1등, 그리고 북런던 더비 1등 물어볼까요? So Ben and Sim, quick question maybe. So what's your favorite goal of Son's? And also, what is your number one goal in the North London Derby?
Ooh. That is a big question. There's a lot to sift through there. In terms of my favourite goal for Son,
Favorite goal of Son's.
there's so many, man. There's so many. I love that one against West Ham when he just battered it from like 30, 35 yards. The one against Arsenal in lockdown I thought was incredible.
Just a shame there was no fans there.
Yeah.
That takes away from it a bit. But that was a brilliant goal.
And obviously the Burnley goal. I mean, how can you look past the Burnley goal? I mean, those three are probably my three favourite ones.
Yeah, I always look to the one in the North London derby, which I love. I think one of my favourites was when we played Man City in the Champions League, and the one at the new stadium when it was 0-0, and that was a big goal. That was a big moment in our run. Actually, everyone looks back at the 2 goals he got at the Etihad, but that goal in at the Tottenham Stadium was one of my favourites as well. Just what it meant for the occasion as well to get that win. Kane had got off earlier that game as well, and he really stepped up on that day. So I think that would be one of my favourites. Obviously, he did get the first goal in the new stadium. It wasn't the best goal, but that was a brilliant moment that was at the time for us. He's obviously been always front and centre in such big moments for us, Sonny. But let me in terms of like his best goal, I think probably the one in against Arsenal in lockdown might be his best goal for us. Just the way he ran like half the pitch and then just stuck it in top corner from like 25 from 30 yards was unbelievable.
Arsenal goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. 그래서 배는 이제 손흥민 선수의 최애골은 웨스트햄전 그 30야드, 35야드에서 넣었던 그 중거리 골, 그리고 아스날전 코로나 때 이제 팬이 한 2,000명 정도 왔을 때 그 중거리에서 이렇게 가마차기 한 거, 그리고 번리전에 이제 다 제치고 넣은 푸스카스 골이라고 하고요. 심은 이제 케인 없이 한 맨시티 8강 1차전 챔피언스리그 다들 기억나시죠? 2018-19 시즌 19년도였죠. 이제 여름 19년도 봄에 8강 1차전에서 모든 사람들이 다 2차전에 2골 넣은 것만 얘기를 하는데 손흥민이 8강 1차전은 홈 구장을 열고 나서 한 첫 챔피언스리그 홈 경기였는데 거기서 골을 넣어서 1대0으로 이겼죠. 그 골이 정말 중요했다고 심은 그게 기억에 난다고 하고 크리스탈 팰리스 상대로 경기장 첫 경기에서도 골을 넣은 게 멋진 골은 아니었지만 그래도 첫 골이었기 때문에 기억이 난다 하고 항상 중요한 골을 넣었기 때문에 기억이 난다 하고 또 아스날전에 아까 질문해주신 손세븐님이 남기신 그 중거리 슛 그게 제일 기억이 난다고 합니다. 그래서 그 아스날전 중거리 슛은 벤 심이 공통적으로 지금 얘기를 하고 있습니다. So I'm gonna answer to one question quickly. because 제이님이 토트넘 선수 중 다른 나라 A매치 중계도 하시나요 하는데 지금은 안 하고요. 월드컵 때는 저희가 다 했는데 2022 월드컵 때 저희 채널 없을 때죠. 근데 그때 우루과이랑 대한민국 뭐 이렇게 경기도 하고 했는데 벤탄쿠르가 이제 우루과이에 있고 우리 이제 손흥민 선수가 있는데 그때도 손흥민 선수를 응원해 줬습니다. 한국을 더 응원했고요. 벤탄쿠르보다 훨씬. 그래서 솔직히 그냥 국뽕 뭐 이렇게 말씀하실 수도 있지만 채널 만들기 전부터 손흥민 선수 좋아하고 물론 경기력에 당연히 막 업앤다운 모든 선수가 있지만 그런 마음은 손흥민 선수랑 한국을 좋아하는 마음은 예전부터 있었기 때문에 중계를 그리고 한국 채널을 이제 만들었으니까 더더욱 열심히 중계를 하고 있습니다. 그리고 테스트님이 뭐라고 하셨죠? 잉글랜드 제외하고 웨일스, 스코틀랜드 팀 대표팀 붙으면 누구 응원하나요? So I think something intriguing, guys, for Korean fans is you guys, it's same country, UK, but it's different countries, right? So when you play football, you have 4 different countries. So when Wales and Scotland play each other, who do you cheer for?
Wales and Scotland.
I choose
Wales.
I choose for Wales because of the Spurs connection to Wales. You know, there's always been Gareth Bale, Ben Davies, Joe Rodon for a certain amount of time.
Chris Gunter.
The Welsh Mafia, and Sonny was very central to the Welsh Mafia as well. So it's got to be Brennan Johnson as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely Wales over Scotland. I think Scotland and England are much bigger rivals than Wales and England. So definitely Wales. But just actually before you translate that, I want to say 감사합니다 to Smile again, who's just given
감사합니다.
really generous
감사합니다.
super chat. So thank you so much.
Smile
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. 메시지를 안 적어주셔서 she didn't leave a message, so if you want to leave a message, I'll translate that. 말 남겨주시면 메시지 남겨주시면 제가 쓰겠습니다. 일부러 안 쓰신 건지 모르겠는데 후원 감사합니다. 그래서 웨일스 마피아가 있었기 때문에 sorry, did Sim say that or Sim? I'm assuming you also Wales.
Yeah, Wales. Yeah, for similar reasons. I think we've always had a stronger connection. Who was the last Scottish player we had?
Don't know, Colin Calderwood.
Colin can't be the last one, is he? Yeah, I can't think of too many Scottish players we've ever had, have we? Not too many. We're not a very Scottish friendly team.
No, we used to have a lot back in the day, Richard Gough and people like that, but it's mainly Welsh that have come through the doors. In Alan Hutton,
yeah, 2008.
It's really interesting. Some clubs are just connected. Brentford, like half the team is, them Danish, and United's strong Scottish connection. It's just very interesting to see. But 그래서 웨일스를 훨씬 더 좋아하고 베일 선수, 벤 데이비스 선수, 로든 선수, 존슨까지 웨일스 선수가 훨씬 더 많기 때문에 웨일스를 더 좋아하고 스코틀랜드는 극혐이라고 합니다. 그래서 한일전 정도 생각하시면 될 것 같아요. 스코틀랜드랑 잉글랜드는. 그리고 웨일스는 조금 더 또 토트넘과의 인연이 많기 때문에 좀 많이 있었습니다. 또 질문이 있나 볼게요. 스마일어게님 늘 감사합니다라고. So the person that gave us super chat said thank you always.
감사합니다.
Thank you. 감사합니다.
스마일어게님 늘 감사하다 하는데 저희가 더 시청해주시고 또 후원까지 해주셔서 너무너무 감사합니다. 또 뭐가 있나요? 만약에 okay. Marie, maybe last question maybe. 마지막으로 한번 질문해 볼게요. 그러면 마리님이 물어보셨는데 second favorite Tottenham player, each of you guys.
Second favorite Tottenham player. Ooh.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to know who our first player favourite is.
It's a given, is it? It's a given. What, of all time or in the Tottenhams or in the squad?
Let's do current squad.
Current squad. Who's my second favourite? I'm just so angry at everyone right now, apart from like it's hard to pick a second favourite.
I'll say for me, my second favourite player is Mickey van de Ven. I think Mickey van de Ven is so crucial to the way we play. His attitude on the pitch, I think, is impeccable. And also, he's always playing with a smile on his face as well. I really like Mickey van de Ven.
I'll go with Decky. I think he's my favourite one. Second favourite one. I've always been a big advocate for him, big defender of him, and I think he's a brilliant. Just got so much quality, great mentality as well. And when he's on his form, he's just one of the best players in the league. I really believe that. So I'll go with Decky.
그래서 심은 누굴 좋아하냐면 쿠루세프스키 선수를 좋아하긴 하는데 셉셉이. 하지만 지금 처음에 반응은 뭐라 그랬냐면 입스위치전을 졌기 때문에 모두에게 화나 있는 상태라서 지금 두 번째 좋아하는 선수를 꼽을 수 없는 상태지만 셉셉이가 폼이 좋을 때 너무 잘한다고 하고 벤은 이제 반더벤 선수, 미키 반더벤 선수를 많이 좋아한다고 합니다. 브라이언 형님, 벤 분노의 질주 다음 편은 언제 나오는지? 별풍도 아니지만 슈퍼챗 요청으로 오랜만에 여기어때 한번 불러달라고. 네, 여기어때는 할 수 있는데 분노의 질주 다음 편 무슨 말씀이신지 한번 여기 써주시면은 제가 한번 물어보겠습니다. So Brian Kim wants you to sing 여기어때.
We need Sammy. We need Sammy for that one. Sammy, come and sing it for us. Come on, Sammy, get in.
혼자 어때, 둘이 어때, 여기 어때.
두개 어때, 세개 어때, 셋째 어때, 오야름. 그래 어때, 너래 어때, 여기 어때. 영앤 아이템 여기 어때. 영앤 아이템 여기 어때. 영앤 아이템 여기 어때.
Come on,
How much are we getting paid for that?
I was gonna say sponsorship ended, guys. Come on.
That's why we didn't get we purposefully got the words wrong. That's why, because we're not getting paid.
Big up to Brian Kim as well, the soul of soul in the chat.
Come on.
브라이언 형님 감사합니다. 그리고 분노의 질주 찍었다고. Ben, maybe there was a joke between. Did Brian say you look like someone in Fast and Furious?
With Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Is it Vin Diesel?
분노의 질주 빈디젤 닮았냐고.
I've had a lot
네.
of since I've shaved my head off. I think I've had a lot. I think I've had about 20 lookalikes. People have said.
그래서 빈디젤 관련해서 닮았다고 벤한테 많이 한다고 사람들이 여기어 때 저희랑 스폰서십이 끝났기 때문에 지금 단어를 좀 틀렸다고 심이 얘기하네요. 스폰서십 연장해 주시면 정확히 또 교육하도록 하겠습니다. 한국에 또 와요, 베이베이님 감사합니다. Somebody saying come to Korea again.
Oh, would love to. Maybe. Well, look, hopefully soon.
One day, one day. And also, by the way, if anyone is in London, anyone goes to a Tottenham game, you got to be sure to
Hit us up.
to get in contact because you know we can meet up, have a drink, whatever, at the Spurs stadium. So yeah, definitely get in contact.
근데 여러분 런던 오시면은 벤한테 심한테 연락해서 아니면 저한테 연락해서 제가 전해드려도 되고 저도 이제 12월 달에 가니까 직관하시는 분들 연락을 해서 다 같이 만나도 되니까요. 경기 전에 펍 같은 데서 만나거나 현지인 체험을 시켜드릴 수 있습니다. 저희가 이렇게 뭐 펍이나 그런 로컬 팬들이 아는 곳을 이렇게 가서 그래서 그냥 뭐 아무것도 없이 그냥 같이 즐겨도 되니까 네, 런던에 오시면 말씀하시고요. 저희도 한국 이제 또 갈 계획을 한번 세워보겠습니다. I think that's it, guys. I think we've been through most of the questions. If I didn't miss.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you,
brilliant.
everyone.
Thank you,
감사합니다.
everyone. 감사합니다 to everyone in the chat. 감사합니다 to David. 감사합니다 to Sammy. And we'll see you all very soon. I think we're due to go. We'll do another live with Sim and David, hopefully at some point over the next week. And watch along next week as well against Palestine. So very much looking forward to it. We'll see you all very soon. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
Come on, you Spurs.